and I'm back with another video. But anyways, today's video is going to be my very first story time. We are going to be getting into the tea, hun. I'm gonna be sharing my worst date ever, okay? And you know what? I'm doing too much talking. We're gonna get straight into the video, okay? Yeah, this date was like years ago, so yeah, I'm not sure if this person like watched my YouTube or not, but I'm sure they'll remember this date. But yeah, it all started like, I was probably like 19, 20 at the time. So this boy kept like singing like he wanted to take me out and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, like I wasn't really with it in the beginning. I was just like, whatever. And then I finally was just like, okay, whatever. I was like bored. I ain't even gonna lie, I was bored. So I was like, okay, whatever. So I forgot what movie had came out, but I know that I already had seen the movie before. So I was like, I don't want to go see it. So after he begged me over and over and over and over and over again, I think I seen the movie twice already. And I was just like, I don't want to go again. And I definitely didn't want to go with him. But I just went because I'm like, okay, he's been asking me, and I didn't really have a reason why I didn't want to go with him. It wasn't that I wasn't interested in him. It's just that I'm the type, like, I really don't be wanting to be bothered unless, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I really just don't be in the mood to be bothered most times. So yeah, it just, whenever he would ask me, it was the days I did not want to be bothered. So that day I was like bored, I had nothing to do. He just literally been begging me that whole week to go to the movies with him. And I was like, okay, cool, like let's go to the movies then. So he was like, okay, look up the time. I'm like, okay, they have one coming out at 8 o'clock. I was like, be at my house by like 7:30. Because we didn't have the tickets or anything. We still had to drive there. And I still wanted to, like, you know, get like popcorn and stuff like that for the movie. So time has come. It is 7:45, okay? I literally hate people who are late. Anybody that is late, I do not fuck with you, because I just feel like you don't care. Like, if you're late, you just don't give a fuck, and that's just wrong. So first of all, he didn't call, he didn't say that he was running late or anything, so I was pretty bothered by that, because it's like, dang, you don't even respect me enough to be like, hey, I'm running late, this came up, this and the third. So I wasn't gonna stress it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I already seen the movie before, you haven't. Maybe he's gonna go alone or he's gonna take someone else. I didn't care really. So it's like 7:55. He calls me and was like, hey, I'm outside. Yeah, you can come out. So I'm like, at this point, and then hangs up the phone. Like, he didn't even give me a chance to even be like, I'm not going anymore, or why are you late? Like, he didn't give me a chance to say anything on the phone. So I thought that was kind of rude. And so I'm like, what? Like, I've been ready. At this point, I was ready at 7:30. Like, I was planned on walking out of the door by 7:30. Now it's 7:50 and you're pulling up to my house. Not only did you pull up at 7:50, but then you have an attitude, like you're kind of pushy on the phone, like, hey, I'm here. Bitch, I was waiting on you. Like, what? Like, that threw me off. So at this point, I already have attitude, so I already know. Knowing me, I don't like being late, so it's like, I'm frustrated at this point, and I'm just like, whatever. Even though I seen the movie, but it's like, I had a time frame that I wanted you to come, and I felt like you should have just came at that time. Like, if you had other things going on, you should have told me, but you didn't say anything, so you just look like you didn't care. So I get outside, and he has the music so loud, and I'm like, turn that down, please. Like, what the hell? Like, turn that shit down. Like, you don't show up to nobody's house with no loud music. Like, I just think that's so disrespectful. Like, have a little respect. You already came late. Now you're blasting music. Oh my God. At this point, I'm just annoyed. I'm like, okay. You should have just went with not even going on the date with this boy, period. Like how you was thinking the first time. Here I am, and now I feel like I'm stuck. So we're in the car, it's complete silence. So I'm like, I'm the type, like if something is bothering me, I'm going to speak on it. I don't care who you are. If something is bothering me, I'm gonna let you know. So I'm like, it's really bothering me that it's 7:50 and you just now showing up to my house when we had plans for you to come at 7:30 so that we can get the tickets. We don't have anything. We still have to drive there, and the movies was not around the corner. It's kind of far. So I was just kind of annoyed, like why he was not here by 7:30. So he's like, well, I was like doing something or whatever, but if you don't mind, I still have to go to the gas station. I said, why didn't you get gas before you came? Like, why did you pull up to my house with no gas in your car, knowing that we had somewhere to be? And then I'm telling you that I felt some type of way that you showed up at 7:30. You completely ignored what I said and got into the fact that you needed gas in your car. Bruh. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, okay, I guess you have to get gas, because I'm not pushing nobody's fucking vehicle. At this point, I'm just like, yeah, get gas, because if this shit breaks down, I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna have a ride home. I don't know how you're gonna get home, but yeah, you need to get this together. So we go to the gas station or whatever, and he's taking extra long. So at this point, yeah, it's like 8:10. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we definitely are about to miss the movie. But like I said, I've seen it already, you haven't. But it was just annoying me, the fact that like I had to be out with him longer than what I expected, because I planned on going to the movies at 8 o'clock. I told you to come at 7:30, and now we're at a gas station at 8:10 getting gas. I did not expect to be with this boy longer than, you know, I just expect to go to the movies and then go back home, and then I'll go about my day and it is what it is. No. So then he gets in the car and he was like, yeah, I'm hungry. And I'm like, well, I'm not that hungry. I plan like getting a snack at the movies or whatever, but I'm not really that hungry. He was like, oh, well, I was gonna like take you out or whatever. I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, you know, building conversation at this point. Where were you gonna take me? He was like, wherever you wanted to go, but I really had Sonic in mind. You were gonna take me to Sonic? I'm like, what? You was gonna take me to Sonic? For real? You was gonna take me to Sonic? We was gonna eat inside or in your car? I'm not the type of girl to be like, oh, you can't take me to McDonald's or nothing, but like if you talking date wise, you were gonna take me to Sonic? What? I'd rather you just take me to the movies and take me the fuck back home. At this point, taking me to Sonic, I don't even really eat Sonic like that. I don't know what were you thinking? So I was like, oh, for a first date? He was like, yeah, what's wrong with Sonic? And I'm like, nothing, but most people like go out to eat, like, you know, Cheesecake is cool, like Cheesecake Factory is cool, like what's wrong with eating at the Cheesecake Factory or something? And it's not even that I was looking for him to even pay for me or anything, but like, Sonic? You for real? Like, you dead ass? He looked serious to me, so I was just like, oh, okay. So we get to Sonic and he orders like tenders or something like that and a drink, and I was like, oh, he was like, so okay, here's where it gets funny. So we get to Sonic, he orders tenders and a drink. So the lady was like, oh, pull up forward, da 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 da. He gets to like I don't know if they have like second window there or not. I think it's like one window. Then he gets his stuff and was like, oh, did you want anything? So you asked me after you get your stuff if I want something? Nah, I'm good. And I didn't want anything in the first place, but it's just like, damn, you rude too, and you rude as hell. Like, you're late, you're rude. You just got too much going on. I'm just over it at this point. I just want to get out and run home. Like, so first his tenders wasn't even done, so we had to wait. I was pissed off about that. I hate waiting. Like, I'm very impatient, very, very impatient. Like, I don't care where I'm at. If I have to wait, I'm gonna be pissed. So we're waiting for his food, and he's just like patiently waiting on his phone. I'm just like texting my cousin like, bruh, I don't know what I got myself into, but he is blowing me. So she was just like, girl, like, what the hell? Girl, she was like, just stick, like, you know, just ride it out, like, just go. You never have to talk to him again or whatever. Like, just try and make me feel better about the situation. I'm like, it's just crazy because I've known him for so long, but I never known him to be late and kind of like rude like that. So it was just like, dang, like, I really hope you don't act like this with other females, or what other females have tolerated this. I'm just like, but I'm not going for this, and that is that. So he finally get his food, and then he was like, yeah, can you hold my bag? I was like, no, you can put your bag on the floor. I'm not holding your Sonic bag of food. Are you dumb? Boy, you better put that food in between your legs while you drive and figure it out. He was like, well, I'm trying to eat before we go to the movie. I'm like, well, we missed the movie already. He was like, well, the previews. I'm like, no, at this point, the previews are off. We're gonna have to go to the next movie or whatever. So I think there was another movie playing at like 9:15. So I was like, okay, at this point, we have to go to the 9:15 movie. I have other things to do. I need to go to sleep. And I think the next day I was going out of town. So I was just like, yeah, I need to get ready for the next day. I'm not trying to be out all night. So he could kind of tell that I had like an attitude or whatever. So I was just like, I was like very standoffish because you told me to hold your food. Like, it was annoying, and I'm just like, ugh, ready to go. So we finally make it to the movies. And it's crazy because we actually made it on time for the next movie. So I was like pretty happy about that. We got the tickets or whatever, and then we went into the movie. So we're in the movie or whatever, and I'm like, dang, like, I'm kind of thirsty. I'm about to go get a drink or something. So I go get a drink and get a snack, and I come into the movie, and I didn't even get to put my drink in a cup holder. He was like, oh, I'll hold it for you, and tries to drink my drink. Like, are you dumb? Anybody that knows me knows. Do not put your lips on my straw. I do not drink off anybody. Like, do not put your lips on my straw. I was like, bro, do not put your shit on my do not put your lips on my shit, okay? He was like trying to eat my snacks, and I'm like, what? Like, you're the same person who didn't even offer to buy me nothing at Sonic, but you want to sit here and you want to drink on my drink and eat my candy. So I'm very, very petty. So I like took my cup because he was like sitting on my right side. So I took my cup, snatched out his hand, and mind you, at this point the movie's playing, so I'm loud because I'm annoyed. Like, I'm just annoyed by this whole day, and I just keep letting things slide, letting everything slide. So at this point I'm kind of getting to my breaking point. So I snatched my cup and I like put it on my left side, and he kept like trying to reach over to get my drink. I don't know if he thought I was playing, but I was serious. I was like, you had a whole drink at Sonic. You didn't offer to give me anything. So I'm like going up on him while the movie's playing or whatever. And he was just like, what? You didn't ask for anything? Da, 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 da. I'm like, what? Like, that's what? You're all over the place. So I'm gonna fast forward because it just, at this point, we're just sitting there. I'm just sitting there on my phone in the movie. I don't care. I'm annoyed. Like, you're just disrespectful. So the movie is finally done and we're walking out or whatever. And then he asks me, no, so we get in the car. So then he asked me, did you have fun today? I was like, not really. So he was like, what do you mean, not really? So I'm like, can you like start driving? I don't know if he wanted to have like a heart to heart or he wanted to talk. Like, I don't know, but I wasn't with none of that shit. I was tired. I was over it. I was done being with him and I was just annoyed. So he was like, well, does that mean we're not gonna go nowhere anymore? Because he was like, yeah, I felt like you had like a little attitude today. So I just broke the whole day down to him. I'm like, we had plans to go somewhere at 7:30. You didn't show up. Then you show up at 8 o'clock. You need to get gas. Then you go get food. You didn't offer me anything. Not even that I wanted something, but it's just like, you aren't generous enough to even offer me anything. Like, you're just rude. And then we get in there, you're trying to drink on my drink, like, get out of here. And you're trying to eat my candy, like, and he was just looking at me. He was like, that doesn't sound like a bad date to me. Bruh, I don't know who you've been taking on dates. That is a badass date. That is bad as fuck. I would never go anywhere with you ever again. You better not text me asking to link up anywhere. I'm not meeting you anywhere. We're not going anywhere together. Anywhere together. You are the worst date that I've ever went with. Been on, whatever. You are the worst. So he's like, oh, that's not too bad. Like, I've done worse. You're bragging about it? You're proud that you've done worse? Oh, okay. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I can't even argue with this man because he knows what he's doing. And you can't really argue with somebody that knows that they, you know, they don't give a fuck at this point. So then he finally pulls off at the movies. I'm hella tired at this point. I'm over. I'm done with him talking. I'm planning on just, so I close my eyes. So I'm in the car. I literally close my eyes because I want him to know, do not talk to me. Take me home and do not talk to me. So I just closed my eyes. And then he had the nerve to ask, are you coming to my house or am I going to your house? I opened my eyes so fast. I said, you're dropping me off home. Why? I said, why would I be going to your house? Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to stay the night or not. After I just told your ass, you just took me on the worst date ever. You thought that I would want to go home with you? No. Take me home, and no, you're not coming to my house. You're not coming to my house. Are you dumb? Take me home, boy. Take me home. So we finally get to my house and he was like, oh, it was nice going out with you. I had a good time. And I'm like, ha. I wish I could say the same. And he wanted to talk about it again. And I was just like, no, I really don't want to talk about it. So I'm getting all my shit together to get out the car. And he was like, oh, I can't get a hug? No, you can get a fuck you and delete my number. That's what you can get. You can get out of my face. You can get that. You can pull off. Like, you can do all, you need to go. Because I was so upset. Like, are you dumb, boy? Are you dumb? Like, so yeah, I went in the house and literally like blocked him the same day. Like, it was nothing for us to talk about. I just feel like any guy that does not, like, if a woman's complaining to you about, like, you know, she's uncomfortable, basically I was basically telling him that I was not happy, and then he didn't find a way to fix it, or, you get what I'm saying, it's okay to, everything's not going to be perfect. If he showed up late and he told me why he was late, I would have been like, okay, cool, because like I said, I've seen the movie already. He didn't see the movie, and it's like, you begged me to go to the movies with you, and it's not like I begged you or anything, but I gave you a chance and you like effed it up. You didn't try to make up for the wrong things that you did, and it was kind of like a F you. So I was just really upset with him, so I kind of just like blocked him. After I told him, you know, how I felt, he still was ignoring the fact that I was not happy. Like, I can't deal with people who just are very blind and they don't hear nothing nobody else says. I don't deal with that. So yeah, I haven't really like talked to him like on that level since, I think he watched my videos. So he probably gonna see this video, but I really don't care. He needs to know that that's not acceptable with any woman. Like, you shouldn't treat any woman like that. And I hope he doesn't act like that anymore. Like I said, I was pretty young at the time, but yeah, that was the worst. Whew, that was bad. That was real bad. But yeah, that was my worst date. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.